First of all, I want to start talking about this one person.
Okay.
His name is Shantaram Budna Siddhi. Okay, so he's an Indian politician. I mean, his description sounds like it's an Indian politician, but he's the first member of the Siddhi tribe who are descendants who migrated to India. To give an introduction, we should talk about the Siddhi tribe. Yeah. So this person is the first representative from their tribe in Karnataka's legislative council. So they nominated this person. So Siddhis is a scheduled tribe in India, and they have been here since 15th and 16th century. They migrated from Southeast Africa. Many were brought during the Portuguese slave trades, as some were brought here as slaves, but a lot of others were also brought here as mercenaries. That's the another side of the story where they were really strong men, and they were hired by the kings and nawabs of India as soldiers, and they even fought against the Mughals under the nawabs. So there is like around 60,000 of these tribe members in India currently, but they have been marginalized because of their appearance. The other the sections of the society or the other Indians, they don't look at the Siddhi tribe members as Indians. They don't agree that they are real Indians, even though they have been here since so many years. They themselves are really proud about being here in India and all that, but it's a sad case. That's the current state of the Siddhi tribe, but I went on so many tangents, of course, researching this.
I have a few questions before we go further.
Yep.
Do you know if they've been given citizenship?
Yeah. Citizenship, everything is there. They have a preferential. They have rights. All the rights are there.
Voting as well.
There's no problem from the from the governments, the constitutional measure. There have been efforts to support them in the good ways, but the problem is always corruption. So the complaint is that it's now not reaching us. So then again, there's one thing that's stopping or in making everyone's lives harder in India. But yeah, another interesting thing that came across was one of these policy programs that the government did in 1986. So the government ran this sports program where it was called a special areas program. So under this, they would target, we can say target, or they would choose, or they will do trials from these special tribes or special societies and get really good members who will be put into sports, and they will go on and have a career in sports. And so this program apparently ran for like 6 years, and after that minister's term was ended. That minister was a woman who started this, actually. So I forgot her name. Maya Alba, I think she was the sports minister, 1986. Anyway, yeah. So this program, but again, faced criticism because people are saying, you're selectively choosing people from certain tribes, certain sections of society. And so that was a criticism for that. What do you think about that? Was it right? That criticism?
I would prefer not creating, I would like to integrate everyone into all sorts of events that are organized. It's like we created, they're not, they have the same capabilities as other humans. So I feel like I would change that. Like they can participate in normal sporting events.
Yeah, I think it's because you recognize that there's another group, and when people emerge from that certain group, how do you say this? Like there is that identity is there. There is another othering. So that may be making the other members of the society, unhappy. But if you don't recognize it, if you just leave it open as much as possible, uh, then it would just assimilate, like you said, right? I mean, nobody would be caring enough about if there are enough opportunities for everyone,
Mhm.
because
Um,
always only the best will be selected. So if there was less
Right.
corruption, I mean, I think that program was good. It could
Mhm.
also change lives of these people, um, bring more, what do you say, status in the society, social mobility, and even national talent world. I mean, even at the species level, it's good to give everyone opportunities and into organized sport and things. So criticizing, I mean, I didn't like that it was taken down, but that was a tangent that I went on again. Sports
Mhm.
Authority of India. They have two centers in Kerala actually, one in Alapi and one in Talasheri.
What the sports center,
Yeah,
sports
sport.
authority?
They created special sports schools
Mhm.
under this program, and around 12 are there in India, but two of them are in Kerala. So
The program that you're referring to is the special area sports.
special areas program.
Okay.
Yep, and
Yeah,
currently,
so
like there is what?
I think you've convinced me that yeah, it was a good thing. Even though it was specifically designed for that um, community, it
No, but it
it's a good
wasn't
thing.
just that community, but
Mhm. Marginalized,
such an
marginalized
identity was
community.
used, I guess. Even the articles say, um, yeah. Anyway, such that is good. That was an innovative policy, like focusing on natural and ethnic advantages,
It,
because
uh,
they are also going on to represent the nation.
mhm.
What better like move for assimilation? But even isn't this case also there in football? You remember that German team? Some racist attacks were there against one of their.
No, no, I'm not familiar
Even
with
though
that.
he was a German,
Mhm.
because of his ethnic origins or appearance. I mean, there'll always be people who, you know, there are always bad apples in the society. But
Yeah, so I want to commend like India, and so you mentioned it was the sports minister who took the initiative to start it, 1986. Yeah.
86, yeah.
So I mean, that seems like in a moment where news about India seems quite bleak in terms of its turning more authoritarian and not so inclusive. I think this like that one this one news makes me like increases my bar on how proud I am to be an Indian.
Hmm.
So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. We can go back to the person that you mentioned. What was his name?
Shantaram Siddhi.
Santaram Siddhi. And I wanted to point out that this is the first time that I'm hearing of um, a different origin person playing a political role in India. And it sounds similar to what happens in US right now. Like
Hmm.
for example, I think either recently or in the elections in California, there were elections going on for the position of governor. And I believe the candidates that were being voted for, I think all of them were of different origins, countries of different origins. So it's nice to see this in India as well.
Yeah, yeah. So he was nominated anyway, but so that is again good. He's affiliated to the BJP,
Right. Okay.
uh, because they had some tribal programs.
Okay.
So they became in contact, and so he's more of an activist himself. So he
Okay.
says that he's new to this political scene, that he doesn't know how the world of politics really works, and that before he was nominated, he didn't have so much responsibility, or no one would keep tabs on him about what he did. Now, if he take on any 10 responsibilities, he'll have to do all the 10, he says. So he's hopeful. And it's good to have more representation. Like the members of the tribe have been members of panchayat and things like that at lower levels, but never beyond that. And there is also a lot of the Siddhi tribes in Gujarat also.
Mm-hmm.
There's this village there called Jambur, Jambur.
Mm-hmm.
So it's near that Gir forest, Gir National Forest, where the lions are, Asiatic lions are there. So this tribe is also like associated with the lions, because they migrated from Africa, and they say that their ancestors were also around these animals. But watched a video about this one guy from this tribe saying that the existence, the survival of the Gir National Forest is like really needed for their own survival, because if the lions die away, the importance and the protected nature of their area goes away too. So it's like a coexistence and codependent relationship there with the lions. So many.
I just want to provide some sort of background. So the Siddhi people seem to are said to originate from the Bantu people in Africa,
Yep.
which spread over Central Africa, Southeast Africa. So it pretty much covered a vast area of Africa. Total population 400 million. Mhm.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, interesting. But the sad thing is the appearance and how they are looked down upon by the rest of Indians. This is another interesting character, Malik Ambar.
Okay.
Have you heard of Malik Ambar?
Nope. Nope.
He was a mercenary in among the Siddhi tribes. There's another character called Malik Ambar. So he was a military leader and prime minister who became a kingmaker and de facto ruler of Ahmednagar Sultanate in the Deccan. So this guy went on to become a king.
Mhm.
Ahmednagar Sultanate. Ahmednagar is in Maharashtra, so that's where that mini Taj Mahal is. Do you know about the mini Taj Mahal?
Nope.
Okay, Ahmednagar, Aurangabad. Yeah. So there is this town called Aurangabad.
If there are points where you feel like whatever you're seeing on screen will help, share it so that it will be more immersive.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it would be nice to see the Siddhi tribe. It would be nice to see these places that you're saying. The mini Taj Mahal. I didn't know we had a mini Taj Mahal.
Yeah. So to see and get a better understanding of Siddhis, you can check out News Laundry. Good shout out for you guys, News Laundry.
That's quite a
good independent
title.
Yeah, I mean, when in Rome, I guess. These are a good, really good independent news reporting.
Yo, this is wild. Whatever beneath the headline, there was a line, subheading.
Yeah.
Racism is a religion. No. Oh, what are these statements?
Yeah, it starts off with, yeah, where is that line? Racism is
on top. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
As much a religion in India as it's cricket.
Yikes. That should be a wake up call for us Indians.
They were notified as nomadic tribe in 2011 census. Since
Nomadic.
then they live. Yeah, they have been classified as nomadic, so they can't. It's harder for them to get land rights.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
that is an issue right now. I hope it's solved. It's been 11 years.
No comments.
Yeah, so it's a really good article, real story, pictures.
Interesting how this is the first time that I'm hearing and seeing articles about them.
So they also have this dance form, and a few guys have made teams and they perform it as a source of income. That's really good, keeping up their culture and
Mhm.
also earning some money at that.
This makes me very happy to see that there are different. I mean, legally, I suppose they're called Indians, but I'm glad that different nationalities are living in India, and
Mm.
it's not just living, making it their home. I think this kind of links to a data point that I saw, which is there's an
Joydeep
organization.
Mitra.
Sorry,
No, the article, sorry, by Joydeep Mitra. Really good
and
reporting.
it's relatively new, last year.
Yeah, sorry, you were saying?
Let me share my screen now. So this is
Hmm.
yeah. So one bit like you mentioned, or in that, like when I mentioned that they are one of the like they've made India their home. It reminded me of this point that I read. Um, uh, this is the International Organization of Migration. I hope I'm not mixing up the full form. So they state like as a percentage, the number of migrants in terms of the full population is quite low. So a nice way of summarizing it is 130 people are migrants, and which says that majority of people live in their country of birth.
Yep.
So that's an interesting little topic. So this was a website that I came across today as I was going through the research for this episode, and it makes me quite happy, and I believe that I will be utilizing this for all future research purposes, hopefully all, because I know the World Economic Forum should be as trustworthy as sources out there goes, and it makes me very happy to see that I have something reliable. We have the ability to make a free account, which gives us the information that we would need. And they have this little section. I'm not logged in right now, but once you log in, you can select interests, and they basically curate a news feed for you based on your interests. And like in an age of false information, having the right sources of data is crucial, and having data-backed
Yep.
opinions is quite important. So I personally have just started using it, but I'm quite optimistic about this as a source of information. So I would encourage people to utilize this resource.
But yeah, always more than one source
Hmm.
for information.
Mhm.
I was talking about Malik Ambar
Mhm.
earlier. Yeah, I mean, I didn't finish up on Taj Mahal also, the mini Taj.
Shoot.
Okay, yeah. So the mini Taj Mahal is a monument built by Aurangzeb, one of the Mughal kings. He was
Mughal
the son
kings,
of
okay.
Shah Jahan. So Shah Jahan is the one who built Taj Mahal in
Mhm.
Agra, Delhi.
You, it,
And Aurangzeb
mhm.
also built a similar one in South India. That's
South India,
called,
okay.
that's now known as the mini Taj Mahal, but in the city. Oh, another man. What is this?
Is it
Madhya
actually a
Pradesh.
Taj?
That's
Is it?
No, I'm not talking about this one.
Okay, okay.
Okay, Aurangabad. That's one. Bibi Ka Maqbara, it's called. So, Tomb of the Lady. Yeah, this does. So that's mini Taj Mahal right there. Yeah, basically, commissioned by Aurangzeb in memory of his wife. So it's a mini version of the version his dad built for his mom.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I wanted to clarify that. So he's the son of Shah Jahan.
Shah Jahan, yeah, Aurangzeb.
Okay. But it's in different regions. So, like, any particular reasons why they shifted regions?
He had for a while
North to south.
been in the south, so he was made a commander or something for the south
Okay.
for a while. So that's why Aurangzeb had strongholds in the south when he was a prince or something.
Okay.
If my
And so
history is correct.
how does this link to Malik Amber?
Oh yeah, good question. Now, Malik Amber he was a Siddhi military leader in the same region, but I don't know if it was during the same time because there was a Sultanate of Adal, ADAL, medieval Sunni Muslim empire, which is located in the Horn of Africa. So that's where this Malik Amber was born, the Horn of Africa. He has a very interesting history where he was sold so many times. He was bought, I mean, as a mercenary, I guess. But you should read this article.
Sure.
And so once his master died, he was freed by his master's wife. Then he got married. Then he became free. Then he served the Sultan of Bijapur. And he gained his title Malik. Malik means God, so Malik Ambar. So then he joined the Nizam Shahi army. Then he became the regent of some dynasty, Nizam Shahi dynasty. Uh, he raised a large army, raised a cavalry which grew to 7,000, from 150 people to 7,000. He revitalized Ahmednagar Sultanate by appointing puppet sultans to repel Mughal attacks. Yeah. So this guy was fighting against the Mughals. So he would install puppet sultans and he would be the one who's, pulling the strings from behind.
That's a very fascinating concept.
So he was a kingmaker.
Oh, that's why he's called the kingmaker, because he put up puppet sultans.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. So what does this have to do with the mini Agra? Sorry, mini Taj Mahal?
No, it was in the
Same region.
Malik Ambar. It was one of his capital cities. Malik Ambar changed the capital from Paranda to Junnar. Look at this. I'll just share this bit. And founded a new city, Khadki, which was later changed to Aurangabad, when he was viceroy of Deccan.
Okay.
Look at this. He went on to assist Shah Jahan wrestle power in Delhi from his stepmother, Nur Jahan. This guy was huge.
We have such a rich history. But
Imagine that.
I suppose not much, or at least nowadays, not much voice is given to our history. Seems quite bad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's about it.
And I just wanted to share that even though I couldn't provide much context on it, what I was hoping, and maybe this can spur some of our audience members to provide some information or engage in discussions. I was hoping to look into what sort of infrastructures we can have in place for migrants, like various support systems to make their shift more comfortable, their transition more comfortable.
Migration, as in, are you talking about forced migrations or like,
Both.
legal?
I would seek to minimizing forced migrations. I mean, in terms of environmentally induced migrations, there's not much. I mean, we need to be doing something else for that. But we need to decline forced migration and people who choose to migrate out of their free will to explore options. And for all of those reasons, the support systems that we have in place needs to be better.
Yeah.
And this can be kind of related, during my research, before I found the whole strategic intelligence platform. I'm not sure if it's just my ignorance, but I was hoping that we can have more people in roles who are responsible for dynamic data, which basically what I'm trying to say is someone needs to be in charge of capturing information from our world related to, I don't know, every topic out there, making it as dynamic as real time as possible, curating it, and analyzing it. Basically, I'm pretty sure that must be happening to some extent, but I'm not aware of it. So our access to such data is crucial to decision making and then how we view reality. That's just
It's like hoping we can someday, get in touch with members of this tribe or, things that we discuss. So if we could get the real representatives, it would mean a lot, if you know anyone, if you all want to reach out to us, we would like to talk to you and,
And to provide some modern day context, or the Siddhi tribe is concentrated around Karnataka and Gujarat, right?
Karnataka, Gujarat, yeah, majorly.
So
Around 60,000.
if you have audience members from those regions, and if we have made you aware, perhaps this is something that you can look out for. Maybe speak to someone from the Siddhi tribe, get to know them. It would be quite interesting.
Yep.
Done?
Yes, that's about it.
So as always, the closing remarks that I would like to say is join our Slack workspace. It's the platform that we have right now for our discussions. We would like to invite you on there, and feel free to, you can individually reach out to any of the members on the Slack workspace, and you can also initiate or engage in discussions around in many of the themed workspaces that we have. Workspaces is right. We have subgroups based on different themes. So
or you can, always comment or just get in touch.
Yep. We have an Instagram profile. We have linked our personal Instagram handles below the video. You can reach out to us. And as always, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.
Yeah, I mean,
right
that
on
keeps
time.
us going. Really.
Yeah, that really keeps us going. So,
Okay.
peace out.
Yeah.